Hello and welcome back to Albi's English Institute, a classroom at your home. I'm Sunil, here with the all possible questions from the extracts, NCRT and CBSE of the 10th chapter, The Sermon at Benares. First of all, let's look into the extracts, read the extracts and answer the questions. Kindly read the extracts displayed on the screen. Extracts number 1, first question. Who was Gautam Buddha? Gautam Buddha was a prince born to a royal family in North India. And second question, how many years he studied Hindu sacred scriptures? He studied Hindu sacred scriptures for 4 years. Third question, what was his age at that time? He was 12 years old at that time. And fourth question, when did Gautam marry? Gautam Buddha married at the age of 16 after 4 years of his schooling. Okay, and extracts number 2, first question, how many years Gautam Buddha was shielded from suffering of the world? So the answer we can say, about 25 years Gautam Buddha was shielded from suffering of the world. And the second question is, why did Gautam Buddha go out in the world to seek enlightenment? So Gautam Buddha had witnessed the different kinds of human sufferings. So he went out to seek enlightenment. The third question, what are the things he witnessed on the way? Describe his feelings while he witnessed these. Okay, the answer we can say, he witnessed a sick man, an aged man, a funeral procession, and a monk begging for alms. And he was very upset and moved with the suffering he had witnessed. So now let's move into the third extracts. And first question, how many years Buddha wandered? Okay, Buddha wandered for 7 years. And second question, where did he sit down after wandering for 7 years? He sat down under a peepal tree. And third question, after how many days Gautam Buddha got enlightenment? Gautam Buddha got enlightenment after 7 days of his vow that he would not move from there till he gets enlightenment. And next question, what did Buddha do after the enlightenment? Buddha began to teach and share his new understandings. And the last question in that extract, what were the rename of the tree and Gautam Buddha? The tree was renamed as Bodhi tree and he became known as the Buddha. Okay, now let's move to the fourth extract. And this extract was asked in the CBSE 2014 exams, board exams. So look at the extracts carefully. And the first question, where did Buddha preach his first sermon? Buddha preached his first sermon at the city of Benares. And the second question of that extract, what does the sermon preached by Buddha reflect? It reflects Buddha's wisdom about one inscrutable kinds of suffering. And the third question, how Benares is described in the lesson? Benares is described in the lesson as the most holy of the bathing places on the river Ganges. Okay, and now let's come to the fifth extract. And the first question of that is, who was Kissa Gautami? Kissa Gautami was a young lady whose only son died. Second question, what did Kissa Gautami ask before taking the mustard seed? Kissa Gautami asked everyone before taking the mustard seed whether a family member had ever died in their family or not. What did the people reply to her question? The people replied that she should not remind them of their deepest grief, and there was no house where no one had ever died. Okay, this is the answer. And now let's move to the final extracts, sixth extracts. And the first question is, what is the effect of weeping and grieving have on us? Answer is, weeping and grieving will not give us peace of mind, but increase our pain, and the person will make himself sick and pale. Next question, how should a person seek peace? A person who seek peace should draw out the arrows of lamentations and complaint and grief. Okay, here ends the extracts. Now let's move to the NCERT solutions. Thinking about the text. The first question. Okay, we have to understand that half of the answer you can write from the question itself. Okay, let's see the questions. First question. When her son dies, Kissa Gautami goes from house to house. What does she ask for? Does she get it? Why not? Okay, this question has 3 parts, and let's look into the answer. Okay, let's start from the question itself. When Kissa Gautami's son died, she went from house to house with the dead body of her son and asking for medicine to bring her son back to life. This is the first part answer. And second part, does she get it? Answer is no, she did not get it, and there is no such a medicine available that can bring a dead person back to life. Okay, this is the answer. And now let's look into the second question. Kissa Gautami again goes from house to house after she speaks with the Buddha. What does she ask for the second time around? Does she get it? Why not? Okay, so the answer, the first part we can answer like this. She asked for a handful of mustard seeds from a house where death had never happened. Kissa Gautami went from door to door but could not find a single house where death had not entered. And second part we can answer, she could not get it. The reason is that death is unavoidable and anyone who is born is bound to die one day. Okay, and the third question, look into that. What does Kissa Gautami understand the second time that she failed to understand the first time? Was this what the Buddha wanted her to understand? The answer is, Kissa Gautami understood the second time that death is a common to all. She sat down by the roadside and realized how selfish she had been. There was no house where no one had ever died. And second part we can answer, yes, this was exactly what the Buddha wanted her to understand. Okay, and now let's go to the fourth question. Why do you think Kissa Gautami understood this only the second time? In what way did Buddha change her understanding? Okay, the answer we can say, Kissa Gautami understood this only the second time. When she went first time, she could only see her grief. In second time, she understood that there was not a single house where some beloved had not died. Okay, the second part of that question, Buddha changed her understandings by asking her to get a handful of mustard seeds from a house in which no one had ever died. He did it deliberately to make her understand that there was not a single house where death had not taken a parent, a husband, a wife, a brother, a sister, a son, or a daughter. When she failed to get mustard seed, she realized that death is common to all human beings. Similar to the city lights, human lives also flicker up for some time and are extinguished again. Okay, and now the last questions of the NCERT solutions. How do you usually understand the idea of selfishness? Do you agree with the Kissa Gautami that she was being selfish in her grief? So we can answer like this. I usually understand the idea of selfishness as a person thinking about his or her interest only and not shows concern for others' interests. And second part we can say of the same question, I agree with the Kissa Gautami that she was being selfish in her grief. We are mere humans and we do not easily accept the death of our dear ones. The same has happened with Kissa Gautami, as it was her only son. She did not want him to die. In this sense, she was selfish. Okay. And now let's move on to CBSE previous year's questions. First of all, let's look into the short answers. And the first short answer question is, according to Kissa Gautami, what is the greatest grief of life? This question was asked in CBSE 2014. The answer we can say, according to Kissa Gautami, the greatest griefs in life is the death of one's loved ones. But one should be wise enough and realize and accept that death is a reality. All weeping and grieving will bring more pain and suffering to the body and disturb the peace of mind of a person. This we have to realize. Okay. And second short answer question is, How did Kisa Gautami realize that life and death is a process? Okay, this question was asked in 2016 and also 2019. Okay, so we can answer the question like this. Answer like this: Buddha asked her to bring a handful of mustard seeds from a house in which no one had ever died. He did it deliberately to make her understand that there was not a single house where death had not taken a parent or a husband, a wife, a brother or sister, a son or a daughter. When she failed to get mustard seed, she realized that death is common to all human beings. She also realized that, similar to the city lights, human lives also flicker up for some time and are extinguished again. Now, we are moving towards long answer questions. From this chapter, question can be asked differently, but answer will be the same. So, go through the first part of this chapter and watch it again and again. Here, we have 3 questions at the beginning, okay, and 3 different questions, but answer can be the same. Okay, let's see what are the questions. First question is, why did Gautami go to the Buddha? What lesson did he teach here? This question was asked in 2019. And another question, how did the Buddha make Kisa Gautami realize the reality of death? That was this question was asked in 2020, the previous year. And one more question also, the same manner we can ask, that was, what lesson did Kisa Gautami learn the second time that she had failed to learn the first time? This also was asked in 2020. Okay, 3 questions together, but we can have only one single answer for these questions. So let's look into the answer of this question. Okay, so this 3 question, if this 3 question comes also, you can write the same answer, which I am going to share with you now. Okay, so the answer, let's start. Kisa Gautami had lost her son. With a deep sorrow, she went from house to house looking for a medicine to bring her son back to life. People started to think that the young lady lost her senses. One day she met a man who directed her towards the Buddha, who could possibly have a solution for her problem. Buddha asked her to bring a handful of mustard seeds from a house where no one had lost a child, husband, wife, parent, or friends. Kisa Gautami, with much expectations, once again went house to house in search of mustard seed. But she did not find such houses where no one had ever died. They also said to her to not to remind them of their deepest grief. Disappointed and disheartened, Gautami sat down at the edge of the road and realized how selfish she had been. And soon she realized that death was everywhere and nobody could escape from it. This was exactly what Buddha wanted her to understand. He also taught her many things, many lessons. According to Buddha, feeling of grief and sorrow only increases our pain and suffering and destroy our health. Death is a reality and all are subject to it. It is not possible to avoid death. We must accept the reality and must overcome grief. Then only we can get freedom from sorrows, pain, and suffering, and obtain peace of mind. This teaching gave her strength to overcome her grief. This way, he made her understand the second time that death is unavoidable and none can save anyone from death. Okay, this is the answer. It's a long answer. You can summarize it again and you can write it. Okay. This answer can be given for all the 3 questions which is displayed on the screen now. Okay, these 3 questions were asked in different times and different board exams in different years, but the answer is same. Okay. The next long answer question is, what lessons on death and suffering did the Buddha teach Gautami in the chapter, the sermon at Benares? This question was asked in CBSE 2018 board exams. The lessons on death and suffering that Buddha taught Gautami was that pain and suffering are part of life. No one can avoid this truth. Everyone who is born into this world has to die. One must accept the reality and must overcome the grief. Otherwise, they will bring more pain and suffering to their body. Wise men and fools all fall in the power of death. Only the wise do not grieve and accept the reality, and they accept the reality of death. They never try to bring back to life their loved ones who are dead, as God me wanted to do. They accept the truth and overcome their sorrows. Persons who overcome their sorrows will be blessed. Okay. The third question is, personal losses are a part and a parcel of life. Instead of wailing on them, we should move on in life. This message of Gautam Buddha has become more relevant in modern times. Do you agree? Why or why not? This is the question which was asked in 2015 board exam. So we can answer like this. Yes, I agree with the message that Gautam Buddha has given about life. In modern days, people are leading a busy life and get less time to think about the practical aspect of life. Stress, pressure, and tense are the part of the modern life. Therefore, people need to understand that personal losses are a part and parcel of life. Instead of weeping on them, on the losses, we should move on in life. So, we have to accept the reality of life and death. We need to realize that everyone who is born will have to die one day. There is no use of being sad or crying over the loss of our dear ones, as it brings more pains and suffering to the body. When we overcome the grief, we can get peace of mind and will be free from sorrows and be blessed. Okay. The next question is the long answer question. Describe the journey of Siddhartha Gautama becoming the Buddha. This question was asked in CBSE 2020, the previous year. The answer we can say like this. Siddhartha Gautama was a prince born to a royal family in North India. He was sent to study Hindu sacred scriptures at the age of 12 and returned after 4 years. Then at the age of 16, he got married to a princess called Yasodhara. They had a son named Rahula, and they continued to live the royal life for about 10 years. He was shielded from the unpleasant experiences of the world all through the years. But one day, at the age of 25, on his way to hunt, he met a sick man, an aged man, a funeral procession, and a monk who was begging for alms. He was deeply moved by these sights, and he left all the royalty and worldly pleasures behind him at once and went out into the world to seek enlightenment concerning the sorrows he had witnessed. And Buddha wandered aimlessly for 7 years here and there, and then he stayed under a peepal tree and vowed that he will not move from there until he received the enlightenment. After 7 days of his vows, he got enlightenment. Then he renamed the tree as Bodhi tree, and he himself came to be known as Buddha. Then he began to teach and share his new understandings. Buddha preached his first sermon at the city of Benares. The city of Benares is known to be sacred as it resides on the bank of river Ganges. So here ends the 10th chapter, and I will be back with the 11th chapter soon. Thank you for watching.